Making his way down to the ring. He weighs 170 pounds. He's 2-1. He's 18 years old, fighting at Evolution-Tristar, ZACK Powell. He's been training for 2.5 years. He's competing in MMA with the long-term goal to cross over into professional MMA and to fight in the UFC. His game plan tonight is to shut down his opponent's wrestling takedowns and to apply his own techniques. He's looking to knock out his opponent. And his opponent running down to the cage, weighing 170 pounds, fighting out of Grants MMA. He's 3-0, ERGYS SIGETA. ERGYS SIGETA, he's an 18-year-old. We got two 18-year-olds fighting here. He's been training for 4 years in the sport of freestyle wrestling, and he's crossing over into mixed martial arts. He's crossed over, that is. He's a competitor with desire to compete and continuously develop his game. And this evening, his game plan is to apply what he calls smart pressure. That is not to be too eager in the movement, but rather to focus on controlling the pace and applying tactical pressure.
Zach from Evolution-Tristar, ERGYS from Grants, and here we go.
Both
Guys,
in the middle
clinch.
of the cage.
Clinch in the middle, and headgear comes off. We're at a timeout. The safety of the fighters being paramount. We got to fix the headgear before we go on. It's a rough sport. We got to take our precautions.
That's it. Fighter safety.
Fighter safety.
Hashtag fighter safety.
Hashtag indeed. ERGYS SIGETA is chomping at the bit to get going again, and here we go. Good strikes by ZACK Powell. Both guys staying low, clinching and working on wrestling.
What's the lateral drop here?
These guys are wrestling at an exhausting pace in this first round.
Oh, Superman punch.
Superman punch by ZACK Powell. Both guys striking again.
Let's see that wrestling, ERGYS.
ERGYS attempting the takedown. ZACK Powell doing a great job of stopping it. The people at Evolution-Tristar are no slouches when it comes to wrestling either, so this is a good, well-balanced contest. Exchanging knees from the clinch.
ERGYS is repeatedly attacking Powell's ribs on the right side.
Oh, big right hand by ZACK Powell, exiting the clinch, and a big head kick thrown and missed. Both guys again exchanging punches, and now they're clinched against the cage.
Oh, he's got a Kimura attempt. ZACK Powell's got a Kimura attempt.
ZACK Powell attempting a Kimura, and ERGYS doing what he can to defend it. It looks like a reverse straight armbar. ERGYS SIGETA having none of it. And he gets out of it, and they're back to exchanging on the feet.
Nice uppercut attempt by Powell. Jab cross by SIGETA.
Again, they're clinching up against the cage. Exchanging knees and elbows to the body. ERGYS now appears to be dropping for a single leg, and he's back up. He gave it up. ZACK Powell answering with some elbows to the ribs.
Under 30 seconds in the bout here, first round.
This has been an absolutely exhausting pace, and these guys still look fresh. This is impressive.
Some young fighters, you know.
Absolutely.
A lot of energy.
Dirty boxing against the cage in the last 10 seconds.
Solid right by SIGETA.
Nice uppercuts by SIGETA. And that's the end of the first round. In a pretty close match fight. We expected to see the wrestling on an ERGYS, but his wrestling was negated and equaled by ZACK Powell. So they tended to go to striking, and their striking was pretty equal as well.
It sure was. It sure was. This is a very, very close first round. I think probably one of the most intense first rounds I've seen this season.
Absolutely. Well, my opinion is anything but humble, and I agree with you.
If you were in ERGYS' corner, what would you be telling them right now?
I would tell him to go out striking until Zach Powell forgets about worrying about the takedown. Strike with him until he gets comfortable there, and then shoot that takedown.
And what would you be telling Powell if you were in this corner?
Likely the exact same thing, because I'm one-dimensional. These guys, this is the most equal fight I've seen yet. These guys they could be twins. Here we go, second round. 3 3-minute rounds in Heroes Combat League. Title fights, of course. 5 3-minute rounds. Back exchanging right away. Guys clinch and work body shots immediately. Punches and knees from the wrestling clinch.
SIGETA's got the leg.
ERGYS trying to soften up that body so he can hit that single leg. But Zach Powell softening up the ribs of ERGYS. Zach Powell reverses the position now.
Nice attempt by Powell for a takedown.
Both guys to their feet again, exchanging in the center. Good head movement by both guys. Good boxing by both guys.
Wow, look at those combinations by SIGETA. Double leg attempt.
And a nice sprawl by ERGYS, and ERGYS ends up on top in Powell's guard. And he's working body head, body head. Powell not letting him posture up smartly. ERGYS ground and pounding, but not able to posture up just yet. Working the body head, the old Matt Serra combo.
Just keep touching.
ERGYS is continuously active.
That's it. Be happy.
Continuously throwing blows.
And Zach Powell has an active guard, and he could be rolling for an arm here.
He could sneak one in.
He could be a triangle attempt. ERGYS uses that to pass the guard.
North-south. He's in north-south. Side control by ERGYS.
And he's
still attacking the left side of Powell. He's still attacking his left side.
Left hand heavy. That's the boy.
Now side control has to be ERGYS' comfort zone as a wrestler. And he's landing some short shots to the face of Zach Powell.
Moving back to north-south.
He appears to be working an arm. Zach Powell tries to stand up, and ERGYS sets him back down to the mat. Tries to pass him out.
Knee on stomach, no.
ERGYS trying to isolate that arm and go to knee on belly.
Just pushing all his weight down, just smothering Powell.
Zach Powell defending the mount really well. Zach Powell with a nice maneuver, but ERGYS takes the back. And Zach Powell spins out of it. Beautiful reversal. The ref stops it because a mouth guard came out. And they're back. ERGYS in the guard of Zach Powell, back where we started. High guard of Zach Powell. He's working for submission. Headgear comes off, and we're going to stop it. Again, safety's paramount for these combat athletes. Ref's going to put the headgear back on ERGYS SIGETA.
This is a great bout, man.
This is a great bout.
Awesome fight right here.
High energy from both guys. Both guys are in shape and strong as oxes. And they're back at it, and Zach Powell immediately trying to throw the hips up for a submission. And ERGYS passing to north-south, and now he tries to take the back, but Zach Powell rolling out of it. Great jiu-jitsu by Zach Powell. Great wrestling by ERGYS SIGETA. ERGYS trying to rain down blows, and Zach doing a great job of spinning out of it. And that's the end of round number 2 with a great, exciting, high-energy match from Zach Powell and ERGYS SIGETA.
Excellent ground and pound by SIGETA. Excellent control. Continuously moving, continuously attacking.
And Zach Powell is no slouch either, keeping his hips active from the bottom. Always threatening from the bottom, never letting ERGYS get set up and land those big shots that he wants to. These guys are like clones of each other. This is incredible.
This is a freaking incredible fight.
This is a great fight.
This might be fight of the night for me thus far. Just saying.
Yeah. And again, we're seeing two very well-rounded mixed martial artists here. Even though ERGYS identified himself as a freestyle wrestler, boxing's on point, his jiu-jitsu's on point. Both guys are threatening from every position. Two great athletes here. ERGYS still full of energy, ready to go. ZACK Powell as well, he doesn't have a mark on him. Third and final round, here we go. Both guys slugging it out at the center right away. Putting their heads down and throwing, and now we're back to that wrestling clinch again.
Let's see a suplex.
Suplex attempt by SIGETA, nullified by
Double.
ZACK Powell.
He's got a double. Landing inside control here. SIGETA is inside control.
ERGYS trying to pass the full mount, and it's hard to tell from this angle, but he may have got it.
ERGYS in side control. Looks like Powell is trying to.
ZACK Powell is trying to stop him from going to full mount and roll out of it so he can get back to his feet again.
SIGETA in north-south position, looking like he's looking for the arm there.
He appears to be working an arm bar there, but ZACK Powell gets out of it. North-south for ERGYS SIGETA.
Powell's feet right on the fence. He might be attempting to push out. SIGETA is just applying north-south pressure. Might be attempting an arm. Switch to the back. He puts his hooks in.
SIGETA takes the back of ZACK Powell, and yes, he's got his hooks in. Powell rolls out of it. And now Powell appears to be in top position and lands some big shots.
He's attempting the Kimura.
He's working for a Kimura, and ERGYS doing his best to defend it.
ERGYS might counter with an armbar here.
ERGYS SIGETA back, and he's back to top game and trying to get mount, but Powell rolling over, and ERGYS trying to take his back. Excellent grappling by both guys.
ERGYS on top of Powell, continuously punching again.
ZACK Powell's got his back against the fence there, and ERGYS is hammering on his face.
Lots of blows being landed here by SIGETA.
And they're back on their feet. They're back on their feet, exchanging blows against the cage.
He might be looking for a takedown here. It'd be nice to see.
ERGYS tries for a takedown,
bar.
but ZACK Powell tries to roll for a knee bar. ERGYS on his
awesome.
back again, but ZACK Powell keeps rolling out of it expertly. This is incredible.
SIGETA's corner is getting rowdy, as they should be. They're coaching, right?
ERGYS passes to ZACK Powell's half guard, and he's landing little blows to the face of ZACK Powell.
We're getting to the 30-second mark here, folks.
ZACK Powell gets full guard again, and let's see if he attempts a submission in the last 30 seconds of this fight. And he does. He goes for active hips. He appears to go for a triangle, but ERGYS uses it to pass the guard. ERGYS inside control.
He's got side knee on
ERGYS
stomach.
in
He's
full
in mount.
ZACK Powell rolls over and gives up his back, and ERGYS seems to be locking up an arm again and raining blows down to the head of ZACK Powell. Looking for a head and arm choke. Both guys striking here. Full mount for ERGYS. ZACK Powell rolls out of it again.
What a fight, man.
What an incredible
What
fight.
a fight.
We need 2 more rounds for these guys.
What a fight, brother.
ZACK Powell visibly distraught through his mouthpiece and his headgear, but it was a great fight. I think ERGYS, in my unhumble opinion, may have got a decision, but what a fight.
Definitely, ERGYS definitely won this, for sure.
Never leave in the hands of the judges,
Never. He just dominated. I mean, ERGYS dominated that last round.
He sure did, but I mean, ZACK Powell was attacking from the bottom as well, rolling out of it. There was reversals, submission attempts, submission counters, striking.
For the knee bar there, where he's rolling.
Yeah.
That would have been beautiful.
Oh, I want 2 more rounds out of these guys, 3 more rounds.
Why not? Eh?
They're ready, they're in shape still.
They can go. They can go.
Yeah. Let's go to the judge's decision. Ring announcer, Aaron Hill.
They have scored this contest 29-27, 29-28, and 29-28. For your winner, in the Riddle Guys corner, ERGYS SIGETA!
The 18-year-old ERGYS SIGETA goes on to a 4-0 record, beating Zach Powell tonight. Powell going to a 2-2 record.
Both guys are 18, and the future is bright for both these guys. I want to see these guys fight again.
You know what'd be cool? A rematch at the next card, man. Imagine that.